All right, my pixelated party people. If you're still tagging along for this little soiree, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm working pretty hard to try to make this as valuable as possible. If you're popping in on this, there's a whole series of shit that I'm talking about the NFT guide for beginners. So feel free to check the playlist out or whatever. But truthfully, a lot of people are jumping into NFTs or curious about NFTs because of everything they're hearing on the news and in media outlets about buying, collecting, trading, bippity bop, right? Billions of dollars, millions of dollars, trillions of dollars, gazillions of dollars. The industry is huge. Donald Trump, huge. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that. You want to buy NFTs? You want to collect NFTs? You want to trade NFTs? Good for you. You want to get started with that? How do you do it? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. First thing you got to do, obviously, is have a wallet. Wallet is like MetaMask, Phantom. There's a trillion other of them, All the wallet is like an authentication device, right? But it holds your digital assets, So, in going back to this container analogy, a wallet is literally an empty container that has identification information associated with it, and that identification information allows you access to different applications in the Web3 ecosystem, right? Which is why when you do get your wallet and you have to go through the process of quote-unquote signing things and paying gas fees or transaction fees, that is, the general makeup of the scenario. So once you have your wallet, depending on what networks you want to buy NFTs on, what networks you want to collect NFTs on, that's going to be dependent on the wallet. Like I said, I mentioned MetaMask and I mentioned Phantom. Those are the two most popular ones that I know of. I mean, there's more. Brave browser has one built in, whatever. There's a list of them. There's a trillion different lists of them. The basic functionality is that it's an empty container that holds assets and identification information for a particular network, depending on what's going on. So we understand that, right? In order to get these assets, we got to have exchange accounts because we need to exchange our fiat currencies for cryptocurrencies, right? If you want to start buying NFTs, you need to have an exchange account on something like Coinbase, FTX, Binance, Kraken, blah, blah, blah. You need to purchase Ethereum. Ethereum is the gateway drug to this NFT crack den. Depending on how deep down the rabbit hole you go, that Ethereum needs to be exchanged on the exchange network for particular asset classes like Polygon, Solana, what else? Cardano, Shiba. Come on, Shiba. To the moon, please. I'm trying to retire early. You see what I'm saying here? So in order to play, you got to pay. You got to pay by buying Ethereum. Then you got to pay, if you want to, by exchanging that Ethereum for an altcoin. You can stay in Ethereum. However, when you are buying, collecting, and trading, straight Ethereum has high gas fees, which is something you'll hear about all the time. People complaining about gas. It's not because they've had too much fiber. It's simply because the network is congested and it's costing a shitload of money to rectify transactions. Easy peasy. So now that you're buying these things, you're collecting these things, you're on OpenSea, you're on SoulSea, you're on all these different marketplaces like Foundation and Rarible. You're using different tools like Nifty Sniper or Rarity tools, and you're understanding the ecosystem. You want to start trading, right? Easy peasy. You could just buy it low and sell it high, right? That's how it works. I don't think so, buddy. The real trick to trading, if you have time for it, is getting on whitelists. In order to get on whitelists, you got to run through the dark depths of Discord. You're going to be in hundreds and hundreds of Discord channels. You're going to be all over the circle jerks of Twitter. You're going to be networking. You're going to be making friends. And you're going to be trying to figure out who has the loudest voice and who's moving the next market forward. That's why you want to get on these lists, because if you're on these lists, you have access to the initial minting of these coins, these tokens, and you set the primary market. The idea is that in order to make these 10, 15, 20 trillion X returns, you have to sit at the bottom of the barrel, set the primary market, and capitalize on the gains. You can make a flip on the secondary market. It's happening like crazy, but the real deal, Evander Holyfield, happens there. So buying, collecting, and trading, a couple different things, all interlinked, interrelated. You get the wallet, you fill the wallet with a currency, you exchange the currency if necessary, you make friends, you find out the influencers, you find out the market movers, you figure out what's hot and what's not, you get on the lists and get invited to the parties, and when you show up, you put your cash up and you play. Simple.